Hey everybody, good morning from the hotel where I've been staying during the RedBull Override, the race that we did yesterday. I did 4 laps and I wanted to talk you through what I experienced, what I did, what I saw everybody else do, the track, the conditions, and a bunch of different things. So I'll be making 4 different videos, and this is the first one from lap number 1. So let's just jump straight into it. Alright, so that's Mark Koch. He's the organizer. He's also the organizer of the Rev Limiter Extreme over in, somewhere close by. And, okay, here we go. I actually get a decent jump off the gate. And as you see, that's Cody taking off. He's got Mario right behind him. And then I think it's Nick Feringer. Sorry if I don't pronounce that right. I'm not sure. And then it's basically just the 4 of us, 4 Shercos up front, which I thought was pretty fun. It's pretty cool to see that this small brand is expanding so much. And here comes an orange in the shape of Tristan Hart, who is a young guy from Canada who's been climbing the hard enduro world ladder for some years now. He's doing incredible. So this first part of the race is just really fast. We're doing a bunch of flat track racing. It's going really fast, and it leads us eventually into something more technical. I remember Mark, he was telling me that he'd put in a filter pretty early on, which would create a bottleneck because he wanted people to separate before we got to the start area. Look at this there. That was Cody. He just missed the entrance to that section, and so did everyone else. So he lost a couple of spots, and now I think it is Nick leading the way. Mario, Cody, Tristan, and me. And I thought this is pretty sweet. Let's just stay like this, guys. But we get straight into this, which was that first before mentioned filter, which was just a very, very hard section. And as you can see, I'm already struggling. I don't really feel connected with the bike at that point, because it was basically the first time I rode it not the first time I rode it, I had it during the week, but we did some changes to it. And I had no idea it was going to be that slippery, and it wasn't even that slippery right there. So that's Cody stuck right there to the right of me, and we're all just struggling, and I'm happy to eventually get out of there, sort of quick. Not quick at all, but quicker than the rest. And I thought that would be good for... Oh! There's a gas. I forgot about that. Ha! There's a KDM. Our bikes everywhere. Look at that. That's 5. Quinn, Winsel. So yeah, we are literally 2 minutes into the race, and this happens. And I knew it was going to be a multi-lap race because it was only 8 miles. So at this point I was thinking, this is not great. And I had seen nothing yet at this point. It was going to get much worse. So here I'm just trying to kind of get my wheels squeezed in between some rocks and get a little bit of dirt, get some traction. And actually over to the left, it was a good line. I found out later that you see there's a bit of dirt over there. That's a good line. Oh, maybe I did find out early on. There's a white motorcycle. He doesn't like graphics. Or maybe he's one of those guys that says, no, I don't want any graphics until somebody sponsors me. That's also pretty cool. Alright, so I'm out of that fantastic section. It's a 3 minute and 40 seconds into the race. I'm already dying from arm pump. I can't breathe. Happy days. And what a shit angle again. So I've been using my new custom painted helmet recently. And unfortunately I can't really get the camera to sit like it was on my O'Neill. That's really annoying because it's not the best footage. Okay, so you can't see, but that's actually a pretty steep downhill. Leaves and some rocks and more leaves and another couple of rocks. You can hear it. definitely not racing. Oh, that was like 4,000 revs. Oh my god, sorry about that shit angle. Sorry about that, motorcycle. I'm racing Mark Cox Sherco 300 2019. It's the first time I ever raced a Sherco. And in general, I think the bike runs really, really well. Engine wise, oh, what am I doing here? I'm stuck on a tree. What an idiot. Yeah, that's definitely not the line. Oh, it was. Good job, Pete. Oh yeah, I remember this. I fell into that hole. Can you believe me? And here comes number 10. We kept meeting each other over and over. Sorry, I don't know who he is, but we kept meeting each other throughout the first portion of the race. I think then at the end, they all dropped me. Like a Danish pastry. And then what's this? See, there's a lot of these slaps, splatters, thingies, just going on. It's just a really, really technical, slow course that would have me riding, I guess, mainly in first and second. Tough terrain for sure. Very, very intense. That was actually pretty. What line is that? Bad line. Well, I remember that. I found a better line later on. I'm pretty happy to have gotten through the race. I wasn't super stoked on the actual riding. I'm more of a hard-enduro rally rider, I think. I like big mountains and stuff. The good old buckle. Who's that? Another KTM? What's going on, guys? Leave me alone. Bad line. Found a better line later, but doesn't matter now. Oh, I was talking about the Sherco. So I had this Sherco at my availability already from Tuesday this week Wednesday when I came early to do some riders training. Oh, that is such a bad angle. Damn camera. And so I was doing some riders training, but Mark, the owner, he's a fair bit bigger than me, so he had it set up really hard. Well, for me, it was a very hard suspension. So I didn't get to try the original suspension, which is made for a guy like me, until the actual race day. Like this video is the first time I really try it. Okay, so I'll talk more about the Sherco in a minute. So here's something I was dreading. I tried these locks beforehand, and I went and did a face plant. So I was being really cautious. I didn't want to get too fast up to the top and then land on my face again. So I was definitely too cautious, and every time I did this, my rear end would lift up on the bike. Oh, this is just embarrassing. There's that guy again, number 10. See? Told you, we're riding together all day. So my rear end would come up every time. No! Oh yes, alright. Made it. Well, I'm happy not to crash there because I didn't want to break anything on the bike. I didn't want to break anything on myself. I sometimes tend to take it really easy when I'm overseas racing because I don't have any insurance that would cover me if something happens. So I'm a little bit nervous, and I feel like sometimes it's sitting a little bit too heavy in the back of my mind. I don't want anything bad to happen. Whereas if I'm in Europe, I'm covered somehow, I guess, better. I'm not making excuses for riding like a turtle, but what's this? Is that an override? No, this is not an override. Idiot. Not yet. 1.5 hours. So anyways, I feel like Sherco is a great bike. The motor is very, very strong. I think it's almost too strong. It really requires a lot of technique to handle all that power. Okay, so that's a man-made waterfall. that I nailed. I was lucky. And then I took the wrong way. Or did I? I'm not even sure. I should have stayed there. That's the actual track. But no. I saw some other arrows over there and I thought, where are we going? And I speak Spanish to people. Baya. Baya, yeah. Idiot, man. We're not in Mexico anymore. So I decide to go this way because they pointed. You probably didn't see it, but they pointed that way. And that led me into the pits, which was a great idea to go into the pits after 10 minutes. So yeah, that happened. And I was like, nobody's in the pits. I'm looking at the Sherco tent. What's going on here, guys? Smell y'all later. And head back out on the track. Revving the bike because I saw Mark. He was coming out from the side. I was trying just to warn him to stop so we didn't have a collision. Alright, I'm back where I just were maybe like 30 seconds ago. That was pretty pointless. Alright, so what happens here? Here, actually I went over those rocks. You'll see on one of the other laps I made a cheeky move because there were a bunch of lappers stuck there and I had to get going. Gonk, gonk, gonk. I didn't like this section at all. Well, that particular rock, it got me every time. By the way, good starter engine on these Shercos. Gotta give it to them. These bikes fire up nice. If you hear that sound, oh, what's this? Oh yeah, have to go over there because going straight was kind of pointless. That sound you can hear is my fan, and apparently the last user of this bike was so sick and tired of that sound that he cut the wires to the fan instead of just dealing with it or through the race and then later fix it. So apparently he, in the race or in the pits or whatever, he cut the wires. And that left me without a fan, and I only just got a fan the night before the race, and it was so late that we decided to try to weld it together again, the cut wires. And I didn't do it, but Cody, Webb's mechanic, Cody, he did it. And he's amazing. He helped me a bunch with the bike. And it worked. It was noisy, but it worked. And I didn't care about the noise, to be honest. What the hell? Who cares about noise from a fan? Okay, this section was nice because it was easy. It was actually doable. Okay, so this stuff actually broke down really bad, and I got stuck on that tree twice later on, like a jerk. Okay, so that's a nice little ledge. You have to be really careful on the gas to not spin out, which I just perfectly executed. So what we got here? We got dirty track. We got loose rocks, slippery rocks, rocks. What's this? Why am I stuck? Oh, yeah. Oh, downhill coming in. Actually, another trail to the right developed throughout the race. So at this race, the pink tape you see, ribbon, you always want to have that on your right side. That's a rule here. If you don't have it on the right side, you are on the wrong way. It was pretty hard to get lost here. It was very well marked by Mark and his crew. I feel like I'm riding like a turtle, but I wasn't really getting on the gas at all, like ever. Okay, so this one really got the best of... Oh! Did I get it? No. Get off the bike and push. I really struggled with this on the last lap. Couldn't see anything, and it took me numerous tries to get up. Okay, so here I should have gone to the left every lap. I only did that in the darkness of the last lap, but I didn't think that far during the actual... Oh, I'm pivoting the tail of the bike around to get over there. the good old moving the tail around with the front brake when it's really steep. You all know what I'm talking about. It's fun how down here in Texas everyone says y'all. How y'all doing? What's happening here? Just another technical section. And here for some reason I got off the bike. I don't know why. Sometimes I get off the bike a little bit too quick, because actually I realized later it was super rideable. I don't know why I did that. I just didn't want to. I guess I didn't want to take any chances. I don't want to fall on my face and break my visor or a nail or something ridiculous. Alright, so far so good. This is 15 minutes and 40 seconds. 15 minutes into the race, more or less. And doing alright. This whole video is an hour 15-ish. It's going to be a lot of talking going on. I don't know if you enjoyed this kind of video. If you do, let me know in the comments below if there's something you want me to talk more about, or if there's something you don't want to listen to me talking about. Feel free to let me know in the comments below. I don't mind talking you guys through the whole race. So, alright, get some fresh air, get some arm pump out of the way. It's always nice. I'm trying to, like, sitting here watching the video, I just want to fix that camera so bad. Oh man. What do? It's the camera is sitting under the visor. If I twist it more backwards, it's going to show more of the actual visor. And I don't want to have it sitting on top of the helmet because it always catches a bunch of stuff, and I'm not a fan of getting my head ripped off and all that stuff. You know how it is when you have your camera sitting up there. It's horrible. Maybe I just need an extension for the camera so it sits further out. Nice cones. Oh, now we're getting into a section that I rode before the race. So before you say, wait, you're not supposed to ride the track before the race, I say well, I don't say, it's a fact. The whole area is open to anybody who wants to ride. Look at that. So this guy, he didn't see the entrance. That's number 10, and he got stuck in the water hole. And I have to admit, I knew there was a water hole there, and I knew how to get out. So that was really a benefit of having been there so early, riding around. But on Friday of the race, nobody could any longer ride on the trails. But if you get there early, and anyone could get there early if they wanted to, you are allowed to ride pretty much anything you wanted. So here is a fun section. We actually trained that during the classes I was giving to these two guys. And it's pretty impressive how even with water and stuff on the tires, we could get some traction on these rocks, because they were normally incredibly slippery. Just look at the rocks everywhere. There's something all the time trying to take out your balance and toss you from one side to another. These guys, they went up pretty fast. They must be in my class. Of course they are. It's the first lap. So here comes the splatter wrap. Pretty steep thingy. Oh, got it. I was lucky. And we are off again to get some fresh air. And I'm gonna make a coffee real quick. I'm gonna leave you watching me riding. And I'm gonna make a little bit more coffee because it's empty. that's... Don't know who that is. But up there is my buddy Rodrigo from Brazil. We kept passing each other a bunch of times throughout the race. Alright, this is actually also a pretty technical section that was really hard to figure out. Yeah, at some point in the race I saw, I think, Mario just go straight up that rock, which was amazing. Definitely has some moves, that guy. Whereas everybody else, we're just standing there pushing our bikes. Excuse me. So that's Rodrigo. And oh yeah, I remember this. I got off my bike and helped him because he was just standing there helplessly for so long. Come on, Rodrigo, you can do it. I did that different a little bit. I did the same line, but I got back and got some more speed. There you go, Rodrigo. Hey, buddy. Look at I can't even walk. It's so slippery. You can't imagine how slippery that stuff is. Rodrigo, I'm not sure where he lives, but judging by his accent, I think he's somewhere from the East Coast. He definitely talks funny. He probably thinks the same about me. Alright. Oh! Man down. First gear. Roll back a little bit.
I'm not sure.
That's nice, Rodrigo. He's at least asking, do you need help there? And I said, I'm not sure because I didn't know how slippery it was. And it turned out that I didn't need help. Oh! Number 10! Oh, he just smoked past me. I don't know how he got the drives to do that. Should have had my rear camera on too, so I could see even. Alright. Next race I'll have both cameras. I hope. Why am I taking so long to get lined up? This is incredible. Just rip. Yes. How hard can it be, man? Okay, and now I gotta get past that stupid tree right there. And then a big old pivot to the right, 90 degrees. Oh, 40 degrees maybe. Oh, another tree. Cut my wheel. Always be checking what's going on. Is there a rock or a root or something in your way? Alright, looks like I'm getting some drive. I'm gonna get out of there. Sorry, I've had some kind of funny thing in my throat the last day. Not sure what's happening. And then a sharp left. Nope, Pete. Sharp left. I guess somebody went through those bushes. Maybe to avoid this little thingy here, they just went straight, but they probably cut their throats from all the bushes. Another little splatter here. So many splatters, like these small ledges we have to go over. Okay, so this is just flat stuff a little bit. I'm gonna get my coffee. Almost no more battery. Let's go for, sorry. Oh, the double jump. I barely made it. I was there before the race. That's pretty nice little section. And then a bunch of technical rocks and stuff again. I don't even know what to tell you. What is there to tell? Like, obviously I would have loved to have had more time on the bike, but I'm also very grateful just for having had the opportunity to have a bike, to race. Off goes the goggles. Oh, I kept putting them on and off a million times. I couldn't really figure out if I should have them on or not. But it would have been nice if I'd had more time on the bike. Like, generally a lot of time. I find that I'm riding different bikes all the time, and it's sometimes just impossible to try to be fast because I don't know how anything reacts on the bike. Suspension wise, I feel like it could have been better because I didn't have really any time to test anything. I mean, it was fine, obviously. It was working great. I changed the front fork springs. Well, I didn't. Me and Bo from Ready to Race Rentals and Cody's mechanic, Cody. We changed them to softer ones. I was trying to get a hold of a 9mm clutch master cylinder, but at the end it wasn't so bad riding with a 10mm. I just wanted to get a little bit of an advantage if I could. And yeah, also the helmet lights, Moto Minded from Baja Design, they hooked me up with their lights, and they hooked up a lot of other people too. And they definitely gave a really good light, but it also came with a humongous battery pack that took up like half of the backpack size. And on top of that, they only worked for like 2 hours tops. So you'll see in one of the other videos much later that all of a sudden they just stopped working, and that's never ideal, especially when it's dark out there in Texas. It's really dark. There is no moonshine. There is no light whatsoever. But yeah, we'll talk. I'll talk about that later in that video. Oh, you'll see later how I fucked up that section. I can't believe myself. I was tired, I guess. Just wait till lap 4, video 4 from this race, and you'll see some angry Peter moments. So this is nice and just cruising around, waiting for the next uppercut of a hard section. You always know that in a terrain like that, the next hard hill is not going to be far away. So you're just kind of hanging in there, waiting. Here's the bridge. Where's my buddy Rodrigo? I know he was in front of me right here at one point. Maybe it's the second lap. I'll see him again right there. Oh, this water hole right here. I was so close to riding into it. But there was a high line that I saw just last second. That would have been a mess. A real mess if I'd gone into that. So everything is just kind of nice. Oh my god, that camera angle is so bad. Oh man. You're gonna hate me in the comments. It's just if I build more or extensions on the GoPro, it's going to be floating like so far in front of me, and I think that weight is going to be killing my neck over the course of a race like that. I think. But what can I do with thinking? I need to just test it, try it out. Well, I'll be down in Costa Rica in a few days. I can do some testing down there. Oh, I went training here with Chad and Ruffin, two guys who also signed up for the race. Chad's I think he was 26-year-old army guy in the army, and he came out on his Yamaha 250. Speaking of Yamaha 250s, you'll see on one of the other laps that I was partnering up with a Yamaha 250 dude on that slippery, snotty creek we had to go up a million times, Override 1. I'll never ever help a guy without an electric starter again. Anyways, he was a nice guy though, but his bike was not ideal without electric starter. So anyways, I was out there with Chad and Ruffin, and Ruffin, he's a 13 or 14-year-old kid, came out to ride on his super mini. I think they call them super minis out here. It's an 85cc with big wheels and a big bore cylinder and stuff like that. So yeah. Turn. You're probably thinking, why am I going that slow? And I'd have to agree, I am going pretty slow. I'm never revving the bike. I was just thinking the whole time, I gotta do 6 hours of this. I have no idea what's coming up. I don't know how much energy I'm going to be wasting on the override sections. So I just wanted to kind of, go at a pace that I could believe in for the entire race. Here's a little single trail coming up. I found a bunch of people there sometimes. And this coming section, I'm gonna do a wheelie to get over a little ledge. Not here, there, boom! And that was actually a pretty cool move, if I may say so. Later on in the race, that specific section kind of broke down, and you didn't have to do that kind of power moves anymore. You could just kind of ride it. Here's the checkpoint. Don't know which one. Maybe it's the first checkpoint of the race. And yeah, I knew this section too. I've been there, but I don't know what's happening there. I didn't get the drive. I decided to turn around. That was a pretty easy section. I don't know why I didn't get that. Oh, warm coffee. That's how you do it. Keep going. Oh. See how that thing starts? Starts so easy. I think all bikes start easy. Alright, we're back in the rocks. Oh yeah. This is actually pretty steep and you can't tell. And there are a lot of places like that white rock to my left. It could hit my foot peg and do some damage to me or stop the bike, and I didn't want to, so I just took it really easy. So here's an uphill, and I think up there, oh, goggles go back off. I think up there is probably my buddy Rodrigo or number 10. I'm not sure. It does look like, oh no, maybe not. Nice beat. Bit of a double clutch, straight into pivot turn. Ah, yeah, this section. Oh, later on in the race, some people were stuck in front of me there. It took forever to get out. You'll see that in another video. Actually, that's where Mario, he all of a sudden was behind us, and I had to just drop my bike and run over and pull that guy away and get myself out of the way so Mario, he could pass us. Had I not done that, it would have taken a lot longer for this guy to get away. He was struggling, to say the least. Alright, this one was actually pretty cool. We drop into a bit of... Oh, goggles go off. Again? What? On or off? Little ledge. And then there is another cool... You see that big rock in front of me? You kind of had to wall right that. And then straight to the left. I didn't wall right anything at all right there. I did on my second lap, I think. Jump and dodging some sharp bushes after jumping that little bit of water. I remember what I was thinking throughout the whole race. I just want to try to be smooth as possible, and get through the hard sections, and everything else I'm just gonna chill. Obviously I was everything but smooth in that override 1, but nobody was. It was a disaster. Okay, so I turned the bike off here because it was pretty steep and slippery. Didn't want to take the chance. There's a bit of a jump going on right there. I didn't jump at all in that lap. I did later. Oh, that kid. It's the visor. The visor is coming down more and more. That sucks. My neck is still hurting from carrying those lights. They were so heavy. I'm sorry. They really were. Here's a nice little hill come. Oh, this was really cool. Look at this. Oh! All of a sudden, I just had to get on the gas really hard. I wrote down that thing some days ago. I had no idea we had to go up it, and I thought while going up just there that I could ride it out to the left, because I'd seen there was a trail to the left, but I of course taped that off, so I was really caught by surprise last minute that I needed to get on the gas to splatter it to the right. So that's why I kind of stalled. And then boom, another splatter, and then keep going, momentum. Oh, and we're out. Stuff like that I really like when that works out. It feels good to get through these sections, and a lot of it has to do with rear wheel control. I should say wheelie control. That you feel comfortable at pulling wheelies when it's crazy terrain like that. It just gives you all the traction in the world, all your weight of your body and your motorcycle on a little piece of tire is what, for me at least, sometimes, a lot of times, make the difference. So Here's just some easy stuff. Trying to dodge the water. I don't want to get wet hands, but you'll see in my fourth video, my fourth lap, that I get really wet hands because I make some very, very silly mistakes in the darkness on a muddy uphill, and I fall backwards into a mud hole. It was the most embarrassing moment ever in my life. Oh, wait! You see that? I missed the entrance to that section, and I actually did it, I think, 3 out of 4 laps. For some reason I never really realized I had to turn there. So here's a downhill, dried out creek. Just hear those rocks. Clack, 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 clack. And this is super slippery. You have no idea. It wasn't that slippery, actually. 18% left on my GoPro. That won't do it until the end of this. Punk. Like a bag of potatoes. So this was actually a pretty cool section. I had no idea what was coming up there. I was looking at it, sizing it up, and I thought, ah, there's a splatter up there. Get on the gas, and then, whoa, jump that thing. It felt good. I wish somebody was there to see it, take a photo or something. It was a pretty cool moment. And, oh, track's over here. Always keep the ribbon on your right. Ribbon is tape. That's what we call tape or plastic. We basically just call it plastic. Or tape. We mainly call it tape, I guess. They call it ribbon. US. Alright, so this was just a bunch of leaves and a bunch of rocks in a dried out riverbed again. Especially in a place like that, I feel like a really, really trimmed in suspension would have been marvelous. I remember that water hole. I was like, no, I don't want to get in the water hole. I was like really afraid it was going to be incredibly deep. And later on, I just rode through it. And of course, it wasn't deep. Like, what was I thinking? It was never going to be deep, like all of a sudden a meter deep hole. Come on! Rup! It's a race. And uphill. I didn't see that coming. Wasn't ready for it. Go back. I like the engine. It's really, really torquey. And this was a 2019 bike. I've heard that they did a lot of changes to the 21. Look, there's the track to the right, and there's one to the left. And I never tried the one to the right. I thought it was maybe too steep. I'm not sure. So I went every lap over here, which was, I don't know if that was a good idea. I got down. Hoppa. I tried to jump start it. My timing was a little bit off. Anyway, anyways, back out there in the open field where it's more chilled. You can relax. So I've been riding alone for a while. I'm thinking, all these guys dumped me, but I don't know if it's this lap or the next lap, but I catch them again somewhere. Here I smashed my foot into a rock right now. Oh, no I did not. Sorry. Wrong movie. Crap. Turn right. Where do we go? We go over here. I gotta say, these guys, they did a really good job marking the track. It was very hard to get lost, especially at the pace that I'm racing. Maybe if you go faster, it will be easier to get lost. That's usually the case. In general, it was very easy to see where you needed to go. I know last year they had issues. A lot of people were lost and complaining about it. At least that's what I heard from people I know and from video. Oh, this, I had no idea where to go. Oh, what a timing to be talking about not getting lost. Here was kind of hard to see because they had some crosses on the ground. I thought it meant no way or wrong way, but it meant just danger. So anyways, it was well marked. That's my final word on that. It was a well marked track. This was pretty cool. It was one of those you kind of have to do in one long go. I'm gonna ride over that mark. Boom. Rup. Get over that, and then I did better on my second lap in my defense. I don't know what happened right there, but just had to keep going. Carry drive. Hold the ribbon. Okay, so here is a chewed up tree coming, and that's where I find my friend number 10. He was stuck, and I took a little bit too long just like checking out what he was doing, because I could see on the left of him, close to that red plastic or whatever it is hanging in the tree, that there is another line that would shoot me straight up, and he chose the line, the common line that was chewed up. It was slippery, and I figured, that's a bad line. You should go for the more risky line, but it could be more rewarding, that I kind of thought somebody else had done by then. And at the end, I was sitting there pretty just comfortable, relaxing a bit, but I thought, let me get into this. And I didn't want to do his line, because obviously it was, really slippery. Look at that. Oh. I'm definitely taking my time. Oh, nice. That was disgusting. Sorry about that. Okay, so, oh yeah, that's right. I saw a rock that I thought that rock needed to go in order for me to be successful with my idea. So, I did a bit of landscaping. Just that rock right there, because I wanted to jump the whole thing. Well, that didn't work out. Oh, that too. Once a track manager, always a track manager. Alright, now it's my turn. Move, number 10. Alright. And then I wanted to shoot from there, but that did not happen at all. But I did get a much better line than him. There, and then a little bit of pushing as far as I remember. Maybe not. No pushing. I just wrote it out. See how easy that was when you sometimes take a more difficult line, but a little bit more rewarding. Alright, so now we drop back down the hill again, and then you see the track on the other side, then go down, and then we go up again. And this uphill was actually not bad. Okay, he had some issues with his bike. He was fixing whatever it was. And I'm looking things. Okay, I'll try here. Plenty of traction. Some splatters coming up. Splat. Splat. And then just ride it up to the top. This was not a very hard hill. It was nice. And then a sharp left. Very sharp. Which would again lead us back down to the bottom of the hill. And then there was another section going up. And that was actually really cool. And you'll see on my third or fourth lap that Quinn Vinsel, sorry I don't know how to say his name, Quinn, number 5. He passes me there and he launches his bike and makes a 180 in the middle of the section. And like me, he gets upset with himself. And then I rode over his foot or something. Ooh! Okay, so this is actually a really cool section. I really like this. And some people out there watching, they're expecting some action from the Danish pastry. Alright, so what's going on? That's good. And then, so once I get through, you see that rut that I lined up for there? Once I get out of that and towards the people, there is a big hole that's been dug out just before, a big root. And I didn't want to get down there. So you see those roots on the ground? I want to stay on the left of those because I didn't want to fall in. And I don't remember if I did, but I certainly did on some of the other laps. And especially in the... Oh, yeah. I just did that. That's not ideal. Yeah, I want to get out of there because I couldn't really just ride it out. Nope. You gotta get... I think I lift the bike up there, I'm not sure. But I definitely learned my lesson that you don't want to be down there in that hole. So I'm lifting, and this is where fitness comes into play, I guess, for all of us. The more we lift the bike, the stronger we need to be. It's good. I'm out. That was a good pivot, and then get through that rock. Don't get stuck on the skid plate. Keep going, keep going, keep going. And a little splatter. Rap, rap. Easy. Good job, Peter. And we go straight to the barn. So this barn over here, I'm not sure what it was good for, other than riding through it. Yeah, fun times. Okay, I got some issues with the battery on the GoPro. I'm just gonna pause everything for a second. I'm not sure if it works because I just connected my battery pack. Anyways, we keep riding. I'll keep talking. We'll see what happens here. This is, oh nice, I remember that. That was a little tricky, not that tricky. And then there's a root. Ooh. I don't know who went to the left. I definitely went down to the right every single time. For me, it made more sense. I think it was just a two-way street. You could do whatever you felt like. Felt like the easy way. I think I took the easy way. I'm not sure. I guess we'll never know. Sharp right. Turn. Oh, I wasn't ready for that. That's so easy when you have energy. At the end, I started feeling a little bit tired. I didn't do that very well. Let's just put it that way. You'll see later in the videos. Oh, somebody's down there. Oh, there's a rider. It's just somebody. So here, I think we're gonna ride straight by some fishermen. Yeah, look at that dude. He's fishing. Like, why are you fishing? And you too. Of all days, you want to be fishing out here today when there's a race. Oh, that's the track. Josh, you forgot to close that off. I'm in 5th. Sharp left. What the fuck was that? That's more like it. Double clutch, and then a couple different line choices. I go to the right, seems a little bit cleaner, and then just a off camber shoot up here. This got really slippery towards the end of the race, I'll tell you that. And then we had to go up that. See that? Probably looks pretty simple from the comfort of your phone or your computer or whatever you're watching this on. And I figured, let me line up my bike a little bit better, and then got it. I had a couple times when that didn't work out that smooth, but just cruising, enjoying it. I was riding just one shirt, by the way. It was not warm. It was kind of chilly. And actually I rode the whole race just with that one shirt. I thought about putting on another shirt or like a wind blocker, but I knew I would the heat that it would generate pushing my bike up and down these hills would kill me more than maybe being a little bit cold. So yeah. Oh, that one. See that tree that's hanging right in my face? Josh, you could have taken that down, couldn't you? By the way, Josh is Colton Haker's older factory mechanic. And Josh was in Romania this year to learn about track management and everything you can learn from working with Romaniacs like I did for so many years. And he was, I guess, the track manager for this race along with Mark. I think Mark, he kind of designed everything, that's as far as I understood. But it's I talked a lot with Josh, and Josh, he is really keen to help out and make the hard enduro races in America more I guess of higher quality. Not saying that they're not high quality already. He was saying that he wants to go out there and check everything out and help all the organizations to make sure everything is kind of very synchronized, especially in terms of how to market track and all this good stuff that you need to do as a track manager. So it was nice, and I hope he is very successful and that the hard enduro in the US keep growing. And yeah, I definitely want to come over and do some more races. Alright, so this one leads into, what does it lead into? Checkpoint. There's a checkpoint around the corner, but first, little hill. It's deceiving. You see people like, yeah, checkpoint, and then, no, another hill. But this hill wasn't bad as far as I remember. It was just dirty. Branches in my face. Oh, this actually sucked. For some reason, I never really had a good time here. You'll see in a minute that number 10, he sneaks up on me here while I'm fucking around. Instead of just trying to go straight up, I went straight for the zigzag. I should have tried to just keep more speed. I did that on one of the other laps, but then I slid out like a moron. Huh. I sound surprised. What is this? Hard enduro? And then, see that? That's him. And he tries to pass me. But then karma bites his ass. Just wait for it. Wait for it. Ha! Ah, I thought he was gonna crash. Very slippery. You can't tell, but my rear wheel just spun out right there. I was lucky it didn't fall down on him. Alright, I'm out. That took like a minute longer than it should have. That's life sometimes. Checkpoint.
Hey. Oh,
You good?
you got, yeah.
All right, good. All right.
Oh, here comes a horrible section. I'll tell you that. This shit was not fun at all. This is alright, alright. That got really bad towards the end. But what's coming up here was some of the... There are two places in this race that were impossible. Well, they were impossible. You had to push so much. And this was one of them. It's alright. First lap, not bad. There's some traction here and there. We haven't even started. Okay, here we go. You want to get over that rock. One more rock. You see that flat rock? Boom. Get up that. And then... Suffering.
Hey, bud.
That's Rodrigo. Hello, Peter. It's so funny. Later, after the race, I was talking to him and he said, "Oh man, I tried to leave you all the time. I really wanted to get away from you, and he wanted to drop me every time he had a chance, but I'd always come back." And he said, "You're a really good rider, man." I guess maybe he's a little bit faster on the fast stuff, and I didn't even do good on the technical parts, like you see here. I'm struggling like everybody else. But I was never on the gas on the fast parts, on the easy bits. Always just chilling. Okay, so here, this was so physical. If you don't do any kind of physical training, you'd be screwed in a race like this, because we were off the bike so much, just pushing and pulling. I am out of the track. Just a little bit. Alright, slowly moving back. Here comes number 10, I think. Must be him. Ah, good. Out. And Rodrigo, he dropped me. Where do we go? Here. I don't know where he is. He's probably already in the pits. He likes to just go as fast as he can, I think, on these flat bits. That's fine. So now this first lap is coming to an end. I'm a little bit confused, I think, coming up soon. Where to go? Not here. It's pretty obvious. But then we get back to the start. Like, what do we do? Nobody around, it's just me and a bunch of tires. I wonder how far ahead Mario and Cody and all these guys were at this point. I'm sure they already had like half a lap on me. colors on the sky. Good job, GoPro. See? Follow the track like an idiot. I should have just gone straight like we did on first lap, but try to follow the track. And here, I should have gone more to the right, I think. Took the wrong track, like everybody else. I just looked back and realized that's the track over there. Doesn't matter, it's all the same.
Oh shit.
Yeah, oh shit, not this again. You're right, Pete. That one again. That was no fun at all. But, okay, so there is Rodrigo. And I realized the good trail is over to the right. Well, at least I think so.
This one sucks. This one sucks.
This one sucks, yeah. It did. Go! Go, 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 get some. Let's go. Don't get stuck there. Alright, keep going, keep going. See that? That's nasty. Ugh. Rocks, and more rocks. Where am I going there? This was too steep probably, so I want to get over there. What's going on? Oh, nice. Kind of getting some traction there. Flip it around, or what? Yeah. Was that Rodrigo? I think so. Oh, I'm gonna go back to my trail. I thought it was better over there to the right. But easier said than done getting over there. See? That worked. Now I just gotta keep going. Yeah! See you later, Rodrigo. From Brazil. Or New Jersey or New York or wherever he's from. Maybe it wasn't him. I wasn't even sure. I think it was him. Oh. Oh yeah, it was him because I went too far. I went too far right there and turned around, and then he was there too. And he really wanted to race. He was like, look at this. Smashes in front of me.
Oh yeah.
Like, what the fuck, man? It's a 6-hour race, but I guess we're just different like that. That's cool. He was racing. Rodrigo, he wanted to race. He came to race and he raced. He raced everybody all the time, and especially me. He was giving me a hard time first time I met him at breakfast at the hotel. He was saying, you are sandbagging at Romaniacs. And I guess he meant that I should have done gold and not silver. That's right. I've heard that before. I just asked him, did you ever do Romaniacs? No. Then please shut the fuck up. Romaniacs is hard, no matter what category you're in. So there's a 85cc bike, I think. Was that a girl? It was a girl. That's cool. Rodrigo and me. So slippery. Okay, so there's another line right there. I messed it up. And that line that he takes really sucks. It's really, really hard. I mean, the one I'm taking is technically very hard. The one Rodrigo's on is just a lot of pushing. And he got stuck down there. That's where I got stuck on my wheel on the first lap like an idiot. Splat, splat. Drop down to the root. must be some lapper. Go up, go up, go up, go up. Nice. Where we go? That's Josh. Good track, dude. So I took a line to the right until it was dark. I actually started taking the left line, which was a lot better. But who cares? It didn't really make or break it. Who called me Rodrigo? Or did I scream at someone? That's a good line. Go, Peter. Go, 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 go. Somebody called my name. I must have friends out there. Go, Peter. Override. That's the last override of the race. At one point, I thought I was never going to see it because I was going so slow. It was taking me forever to get forward, to move forward. Listen to me. Why am I yelling at people? I'm going so slow anyways. That's Mark. See, that's a good person right there. That's a good organizer. That's a good attitude to give riders. You got it. No, even though I didn't, but he was encouraging me. Oh, here comes these damn telephone poles again. I didn't like them at all. Ugh. I just did not want to land on my face. You probably saw how Mario he did it, just rap. And Cody and Tristan and probably much more, many more. But not me. I want to be cautious. I didn't want to risk it. Look at that, twice. That's Rodrigo. You got me back. Come on, man. Ah. Let's go, Pete. Now Rodrigo, he's out there leading me again. I didn't really care much because there are so many hard sections in a race like this. You know that anyone can be having a good lead and all of a sudden you're stuck somewhere on a hard hill and the other guy, he could be really lucky and just close that gap really fast. Somebody knew my name again. Hey, Peter. Somebody said. Wheelie. Nice wheelie. Keep going. Nice. And that quickie. And then this section, the man-made waterfall. Man. Come on. Here we go. Now they taped it off a little bit more, a little bit better. And there's a big hole. I should have stayed more to the right along the tape. There was a little single trail with no drama. And that was lap number 1 with me. Excuse me, still got some dust in my lungs, I think. And I'm gonna do my pit stop right now and get some fuel, get some food, and head out for lap number 2. So I hope you enjoyed this little video of me commentating all the way through my first lap. If you did, please let me know down in the comments below if you want to see more of that. And yeah. So I'm gonna refill my bike right here. That beautiful nozzle, whatever it's called. And Mario's girlfriend, she's fixing me some water, which was very kind of her. Yeah, nothing really much more to say than that was the first lap. And what else am I doing? Nothing really. Oh, I'm asking her if I'm filming. Okay, so it's really hard for her to see if it's actually filming because I was at an hour 16, so it's no longer counting seconds. It's only the
¿Qué dice? ¿Qué dice?
35. 1 hour 35.
35, 1 hora para... Sí, está bien, creo.
Alright, that was lap number 1. I'll see you in the next video, guys.